every Sunday.
Millionaire Mindset.
Amanya gange nze Kisame Samuel. Nkwaniriza nnyo ku programu yaffe enenungi. Don't miss Millionaire Mindset with Kisame Samuel every Sunday. Hello everyone, my name is Kisame Samuel. Welcome to Millionaire Mindset Show. You find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just go to your search engine and you type Kisame Samuel the journalist. You'll be able to see all our content. Today in the studio, I have a gentleman, and he's a Pan-Africanist, a journalist, author, a political analyst, and we are going to discuss about something which is really interesting, and that is what roles are the youth supposed to play in political arena. The political arena is where political actors, including politicians, activists, and citizens, engage in decisions, negotiations, and conflicts to share public policy and governance. Today's show I have a gentleman. Is called Mr. Kamukama Rokondo Clinton. As I said, is a journalist, author, political analyst, and diplomat. It's really interesting. So now, Mr. Clinton, as a youth, who has decided to come up and you speak for your fellow youth? What roles do you think social media play in the modern politics, and how do you utilize it to engage with your audience?
Thank you so much for that question. You see, youth have to know that we are in a global world. The challenges that we face now are more of a global and internet world. And I'm hoping most of the youth right now can be able to access mobile phones or have at least a big access to internet. But what is intriguing is very young people don't use internet right. They're in TikTok, they're waiting for Pritniko to release maybe notes. They are waiting and they be happy. But there are so many opportunities that are on the internet, especially being in a country that has less employment opportunities. So I would encourage young people to use internet rightly. For example, there are opportunities that maybe give youth more skills. We are seeing education moving online. We are seeing networking moving. So our young people should always be motivative. I've gotten in touch with people, they call them, these people who are on X. But I'm trying also to adjust. People are earning much money on X by pushing content. People are earning much money on YouTube by having shows like this. So I would encourage our youth to be more creative, take opportunities that exist on the internet. There are employment opportunities on the internet. The first career that I had in journalist, I was writing for an online news website from the UK.
So how do you prioritize and address the most pressing issues facing your constituents or the country as a whole?
I'm right now addressing challenges that we face using a platform like YouTube.
So,
in a country where traditional media houses are not easily accessible,
Are you sure?
Yes.
But you are here talking.
I know this. I say traditional media houses.
Traditional, okay.
Because they will ask you, we need maybe this amount of money. We have helped us so much to be creative. That's why we have innovative young people like you that sacrifice their time, their little resources to have a platform like this. And we also invite fellow young person. Or even to be a binge, but you sacrifice my time, your time, use your little resources. But our government can get all in the country that we are at now. The leaders that we have are out of touch with reality. They only care about them. We have milk politicians right now. So, and young people, a section of young people are saying, let's work on our own empowerment. Government will wear gun, and what do we do? Let's be creative, let's be innovative. And you're one of them. I would encourage other young people to have other media houses, to develop platforms that they can express their views. Not only expressing their views, but they can engage in other activities that give them a revenue, maybe.
So, Mr. Clinton, you have a political party.
Thank you so much.
As a politician, you have a political party.
For that amazing question. You see, we are in a colonial system of governance that was forced on earth. I've seen so many young people lose it in politics. And they are being used by politicians. You see, when you are poor, you only get used. We're having so many people that are dying in prisons right now because politicians are using them to push their own missions and their objectives. But they just don't know that. See, the most important part would be how to look at self-empowerment as young people.
I liked that statement, self-empowerment as younger people. So instead of criticizing the government and saying the government, this and this, blah, 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 why don't you just come up and you empower your fellow youths to stand and work for themselves and not wait for the government to help? Because the government, I know, I'm well convinced that the government has a policy that when you come up with something you put on the table, that now I have this project. Like, listen.
Who are you?
Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that and noticed?
The government always does those things for public relations. Whom do you even approach? How many emails?
Have you ever tried to approach and they chase you out?
They would even bounce you.
My question, have you ever tried, you as an individual, as a youth, to put something on the table and they chase you?
I pose that question to the viewers that are seeing us right now.
Why not you? Before you criticize the government, have you tried to be an example and you say, now I've come with my agriculture project, I'm going to plant this and this, I need this and this. And they say, no, you go, we don't want you. They bring the bouncers and what? And they chase you away.
They will not even give you that.
Have you ever tried?
They will not even give you that environment to express your views or your intentions.
What is the purpose of the government?
I'm telling you that we are in a situation where the government is out of touch with reality. Why would most of the government, the MPs that took Akasimo, that included former...
Yes.
How much was that?
You tell us.
Over 200 billions. Mr. Mpuga, former leader of opposition, allegedly took, not allegedly, but took 500 million.
But Mr. is opposition. Is opposition.
Anje ngamba na opposition nabo bapushinga byawe.
Nati kati gwe nga gwe chichi ky'oli mukola. So Actually,
We are putting pressure on the government.
you are putting pressure on the government, but do you expect to become a president, or what are you preparing? What do you
Of
have
course,
in your mind?
thank you so much
Hey.
for that question. You see, I'm a Ugandan. This country belongs to us. I'm an indigenous Ugandan. I was born here. I was raised here. So, whatever political decision that is made in the country directly affects us. So, if the time comes, you people, I understand you believe in
your words.
you are born again, you are a good Christian. When there is a calling, I would definitely answer. When we were studying back in the days, I joined boarding in is it P3 or P2? Because it sing a song. When he calls me, I will answer. When my people call me,
You are going to answer as a president.
not as a
Candidate.
president, any political position.
What do you admire as you, Mr. King?
Admire a situation where we get basic social services.
How can we be sure that when you're interested, you will not bribe?
Because I know what corruption does. I'm a big victim.
How?
My mother, who is a president, will wish us to use the road that has not been worked on to access market for our agricultural products. I would definitely not allow that to happen. I know what it means when my mother, right now, barwara ngatalina mutwara tasobola kufuna tasobola kuwona.
But Mr. Mr.
Are you aware?
Mr. Clinton, we are at Entebbe now. There is Grade B hospital. It's a government hospital. Why are you saying that Mama Walala Natalina 500,000 shillings? Tasobola kuwona. So what is the purpose of that Grade B hospitals and government hospitals?
Thank you so much. Let me give you this example. Joe Twafidwa minister, also a former member of parliament, woman member of parliament for Soro district.
Yes.
She was staying in Sanji. Omani, she got sickness at night. Unfortunately, there were no clinics around by. So they took her to a certain clinic that I will not mention right now for first aid. But there was no hospital. There was even no access for an ambulance to take her to another, maybe a better hospital. Kati minister baba tasobola kufuna ambulance ya kumutwala mu ddwaliro. Gwani
Mr. Clinton, I know what you were talking about.
Are you aware that those hospitals, most of the times, there's even no medicine?
I'm not aware, you tell me, because whenever I go there, I see, I get treatment. So how do you say that there is no medicine? Have you ever been there and...
Atrava yamanya amazima.
Amazima gatugambe because...
Atrava yamanya amazima.
Because I don't want you to come here.
You see, let me tell you something. In political science, batugamba politics is about who gets when, what and how. Because politics is how different regions divide or share national resources. But the moment we have one class of people that are sharing resources among themselves, rather than helping or sharing resources with all parts of the country, that means we are messing up.
But so you want to come up and say that the citizen, the people, the Ugandans, that when they go to government hospitals, they really fail to get anything.
Tebiriyo.
Are you sure?
Can you give what you don't have?
What is the purpose of National Medical Store?
Maybe we've got it for public relations.
And I see cars passing, transferring medicine here and there.
Or more Jack Jamie to Sangema Matafari.
Have you ever found that?
How many times have been government or ambulances found transporting bricks?
Are you sure?
How many times, as a journalist, you should be knowing such?
Yeah, Nadigambi.
I wouldn't be here if my people up country or my people where I come from have access to medical services. Our people have access to subsidized education. What is the use of tax? We need accountability.
But what is the use of the tax yet in Ngudoziri under construction? You see Express here. Entebbe Express.
I'm not saying that the government...
Which district do you come from?
Wakiso.
No, where are you born?
Wakiso.
Which part of Wakiso?
Nabuyu.
Nabuyu?
Eh.
Munenguto nungi. So you're comfortable with that, with whatever is happening in Nabuyu?
Katoyagala batekeyo flyover.
Wanabwera tulaba. Omusajja wuno ali mutulimba.
Millionaire mindset is the show you are watching. Now, Mr. Clinton, before you criticize, my point is, before you come out...
I'm not criticizing,
okay.
I'm holding them accountable.
Okay.
I'm demanding them what belongs to me.
Okay. Whatever you are demanding for, as a youth, really, have you tried to involve yourself in certain activity that which is really productive? As a youth, and you try to seek the help from the government and you beat chest away. Really, as you are looking in the camera, I want you to tell us the evidence and you say that I, Clinton, have tried. Or, if not you, that I have a friend and you mention and you really give us the evidence because we can't help the youth. Okay, you can come here and you talk. You talk, we be excited, we do this, we clap and go. But we need to seek help and see really where to touch. If you come up and you say that I, Clinton, have tried to access this and I was chased away, we can now say that now the government, according to the vivid evidence, this person came and you chased the person.
Thank you so much.
So that you can be helped.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Do you understand my concept?
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. Sam, wo yagala omugati. Cake. Nga cake ya 10. Oyinamu ebibiri mu nsawo. Naye ebyo ebibiri osobola okukozesa kufuna bani. Naye ebyo ebibiri byo bw'obiteekayo ng'oyagala cake bajja birya ne cake tojja mufuna. We all know accessing a government job without kintu kidogo is almost impossible in this government. Our youth who are watching us here, especially graduates, you know what I'm talking about. It seems the host for today is too comfortable. He might possibly be part of
no.
of those.
I'm a journalist. I'm a neutral.
But you can't be neutral when you don't have facts, or you don't know facts.
Facts, I asked you a question.
You don't know what affects us directly.
No. So you want me to say that the government is really bad or what?
You're saying government.
What do you want me to say?
Gives employment, or government gives so many young people are getting employed right now.
How many Ugandan citizens are public servants?
Ugandans wouldn't be.
How many?
Ugandans wouldn't be accessing jobs right now, and they end up as maids in Arab countries where they're getting mistreated each and every day. Omanya bana Uganda bali mu busibe manga g'Abawarabu. Do you know? And situations force them. Naye ne batuuka eri. Recently, our embassy in the United Arab Emirates, instead of working or listening to the concerns of people, they had a casino in a Ugandan embassy. But you know how many, and they are comfortable playing Zara. Do you know Zara?
Yes, I know.
Our diplomats are busy playing Zara when we have Ugandans in United Arab Emirates that are dying each and every day, suffering from mistreatment by their bosses. Omanyi bana Uganda ababa Saudi Arabia mukesi wano nga bakomyewo okwerekera naye abawarabu babata, and the government does not even transport their bodies to bury them, to give them a decent burial.
I watch news.
I'm sure you've seen such circumstances.
Absolutely. Yes.
But if there's no Ugandan, if they are comfortable in their country, if they can access better services, if they can access employment opportunities, or anything that the government would do for them that would wish to go and suffer in foreign countries. We are explaining what we pass through every day. The Clinton, Singa, I was not a victim of bad government policies in this country, I wouldn't be here. I would be somewhere in office working. I would be maybe in an institution, or I would be employed at a media house, somewhere educating our people. But how do I access such services? Ngangenda kusaba mulimo nebansaba kasente ngasikalina. So it is challenges that we are facing each and every day that drive us to be the voice of the voiceless.
So I watch news. As a journalist, it is my duty, direct duty. And sometimes I go and I look for the news and what. But we hear MK Mohoz is coming for president. And as a son of President Museveni,
who has been here for 38 years.
As a youth, are you ready to face such? Can we say that this is a monarchy?
As a youth, you would be asking me, am I ready?
Are you ready as a youth?
Am I ready?
Yes.
Experience another 38 years of corruption, of nepotism?
I don't know such. May I ask?
Of political persecutions. How many young people are right now dying in Ugandan prison because of political persecutions?
I don't know. You tell me.
So probably
to me, when I know when someone is convicted,
I can never be part of the MK project.
But he's a good man.
Yes, he's a good man who is
a presidential candidate.
He's a good man who is aware of the position.
And when I pass there and there,
he's a good man aware that active UPDF officers are not allowed to actively participate in politics. Yes, he's a good man. He respects the constitution.
So
he's a good man. He's a good man.
What are you bringing?
He's a good man who knows that justice should be, judicial courts should be allowed to exercise their freedom, but he goes ahead and demands for release of a member of parliament accused of taking home over 200 billion for himself. That is Michael Mawanda. Yes, he's been tweeting. Okay. Even Michael Mawanda, when he got out of pressure from the MK, he praised him. Let me tell you, Mr. Samwin and everyone who is listening to us, our surgery got far.
But as people were saying, they are public servants. They are bringing services to you. Who complain?
Some services, when a member of parliament approximately takes home 60 million. And how many members do you have in parliament? almost 600 members of parliament.
He's
How much
working.
is that?
He's working, serving you, the youth.
Serving me.
Hey, as a youth.
Serving me when there are no medicine in hospitals.
So as we are winding up with Millionaire Mindset Show, can you share your thoughts on the roles of money in politics and how it impacts the political arena?
African politics without money is like a young girl going in a road where Inarongo has been sexually exhausted. Our young people that are out there, please be innovative, work hard, empower yourself, nonya sente. Omwavu tayogerera kurumbe n'olubali lwe. They would rather bring a politician. So let's be aggressive in whatever we are doing. Because some man, if you have an opportunity, please use it rightly. Money and politics are inseparable. That's why we have so many young people that have bright ideas for this country, but they cannot step up in election and win. Because you can't participate as a member of parliament without an innocent. And that has been deliberately been promoted by the NLM government to keep people outside their family, out of the political arena intentionally. Because baba innocent, kati nafe bagala kutukumireyo. But esubi weriri egwanga lijja terera.
Okay. Millionaire Mindset is the show you are watching. Mwebale nnyo tugoberera bannayuganda mwenna gye muli Wakiso, Kampala, yonna gye muli Kisolo, Bushenyi, Bugiri, Busitema, yonna gy'osinzidde okutulaba. Mwebale kubanga mugobera program yaffe eno Millionaire Mindset. Olunaku olwaleero mbadde n'omugenyi waffe Mr. Rukundo Clinton, political analyst, abadde tukubaganya ebirowoozo ku nsonga ez'ebyobufuzi nga abavubuka. So now you have heard, and as we are heading to 2026 elections, I think from what you have heard, you know what to do. Even me, I know now what to do. So it is you to decide. Because if you keep your hands behind, probably you may be affected positively or negatively. So the choice is yours. So what are your closing remarks?
My closing remarks go to the youth.
Millionaire Mindset is the show. Thank you so much for watching us. Continue to follow, share and subscribe. Kisame Samuel, the journalist. Bye.